All right, so let's take a look at where we left off last time. If I press play, you can see here that as I'm going through here, we have our different asteroids spawning, but if I'm shooting, I don't actually destroy any of these asteroids. Well, there's a couple ways of doing this. We can actually reference an asteroid as it's coming down by a tag name or by its name, and as that proton enters the area, or collides with it, we can have it play an explosion or just delete off the scene. So let's select our asteroid and make sure that we open our asteroid script, and we'll write some code that'll check whether the object that's coming into our asteroid is a proton shot. So let's go ahead and open that up. Right, so let's do this. Let's go ahead and use one of the Unity's defined methods. So it's called onTrigger, enter. And I'm going to just press enter on that so it automatically populates it for me. And just to be clear, what I said when I said that, I was typing it out. And when it showed up down here with it selected, I pressed enter and it populated it for me. All right, so what's happening here is around our object, there is a trigger. Our collision box has an option that says on trigger. And we're going to go back in Unity in a second and take a look at this. But any object that enters within there, it has a variable here that records different parameters. So for instance, let's go ahead and check if what I did there to create that is I typed if and I hit tab twice and it auto created this if structure for me. So if I'm going to use this variable here, the other object is a game object, and it has a tag, and that tag is equal to, let's just, to save time, name it proton shot. Now, if you're working on a team, you never want to name a tag just 2 letters because it's confusing, but you should write out proton shot. If the other object that we have is called proton shot, we're going to destroy the game object. And the game object that we're going to destroy is this dot game object. And what that means is if we collide with something that has a PS tag, then we will destroy this asteroid. So I'm going to go ahead and save this. And let's go ahead and create a tag with a capital P and S on it. Let's go back to Unity. All right, here we are back in Unity. Let's select our proton shot here. And you'll notice there's a section here called untagged. Go ahead and click on add tag. And I'm going to expand tag 0 here, and I'm going to name it capital P, capital S, and I'm going to hit save. And now you can see that we have a section here called PS. So let's go back into our proton shot here and then click on this little drop down and select PS. So now that proton shot has the PS tag. So let's press play and see if this works. So as I'm clicking through, you can see, oh, cool, it's actually getting rid of it. Something else, though, if yours is not destroyed, select your asteroid and make sure on your mesh collider here that you have convex turned on, as well as is trigger. So let's go ahead and hit Control S to save this. And you can see that now when I press play and I'm shooting these objects, they destroy them. If you want a little bit of a delay, let's go back to Visual Studio and I'll show you that. Remember, you can actually put a comma here and you can enter a numerical value for a delay. So there's 1 second. So let's go back to Unity and see that. All right, so let's press play here. And as I'm shooting these, it gives me a little bit of nervousness because it's appearing as though I need to shoot them a lot to get rid of them. And it's carrying me, and boom, it would have collided with them at that point. So maybe 1 second is a little too long, or you can just get rid of it altogether. So we'll go ahead and delete that for now.